Today's video will be more in a travel vlog style. I'm currently at the railway station, and together with my mom and my husband, we are going to Peñiscola and we'll stay there for 2 days. So what Peñiscola is known for, except for its funny name? Well, it's known for its medieval castle, for beautiful white houses, and it's a filming location for many movies, TV shows, and series like Game of Thrones, for example. Join me today to see Peñiscola together, and I promise we'll see a lot of cool places together. Let's go!
We chose a hotel in the old part of the city.
I definitely underestimated the amount of steps here.
The price for one night was great and the view was just breathtaking.
It's not funny. So we decided to have some coffee because at 1 p.m. here near the town hall there is a festivity and they will bring in big dolls like construction down from the town hall up downstairs, and the next whole week will be some kind of festivity. We want to see that as well, and now we're going down to have some coffee. Did you like it?
Of course. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Honey,
I even cried.
you cried.
I even cried and danced.
That was amazing. I actually, when I booked the hotel and booked this trip, I didn't know about this festival. We got here exactly on time for this big festivity, and that was just awesome.
Now you're Spanish man. Not American man, you're Spanish man.
Here's to that.
We are here at the restaurant called La Marinara in Peñiscola, and we chose this restaurant specifically for this dish. So it's a dish you have to try if you're in Peñiscola. It's octopus with monkfish. If you don't know how monkfish look like, I will leave here the photo. It looks horrifying. It scares me, but a lot of people were telling me to try it because it's actually delicious. So let's see how it is. Okay, let's try it. So in the middle is the monkfish. We have some shrimp here and potatoes and octopus. Actually, it looks not that scary once it's cooked. Okay. So Okay, let's see. It's actually very tasty. Mmm. It's very soft, very juicy. It's actually very good fish. I recommend, if you're in Peñiscola, definitely try it. So we left my husband at home. He decided to take a siesta after that lunch, and we are now with my mom on Playa Norte, which is the most famous beach here. It's the longest and the biggest, and yeah, it's crowded. Today is the 7th of September, and there are still a lot of people.
For the evening, me and my mom decided to have a matching look. We actually split up. My mom wanted to go shopping and we were hungry. Again. In the evening, the parades continued, and people wearing suits and cocktail dresses were going to the orchestra concert.
Can't stop repeating how it's important to know some basic words in Spanish. My husband just ordered, instead of saying cuchara, cucharita, which means like a spoon, little spoon for ice cream, he said, a knife, cuchillo, please, cuchillo, por favor. And the guy was like, not cuchillo, you don't want cuchillo. Looks like a Spanish, but oh well, and not still talking like a Spanish. We went to sleep. It's past midnight. Spain never sleeps. Good morning, good morning. After a long and noisy night, we're already up. It's 9:30 a.m. right now. There is nobody on the streets. It's so quiet. Of course, there is nobody. They were celebrating and having fun till 4 a.m. It was so loud. I'm not complaining. They can have their fun. We had earplugs, so we were okay. And we were also so tired. But fireworks at 1 a.m., that was something. And so now we are walking to see the House of Shells. And after that, we're going to see a lighthouse, have breakfast, and have a swim.
It all started when Justa, the protagonist of the story, began to show tourists the iconic places in order to earn some money. She became the first guide of Peñiscola. With the money she raised, she was able to buy this house.
The facade is fully covered with shells. Justa and her family were exchanging tobacco with local sailors for native shells. And bit by bit, they collected so many shells that they were able to decorate the whole facade of this building. It looks beautiful, and it's their appreciation to the Mediterranean Sea. Behind me is the lighthouse in Peñiscola. It is not open for public, but from here you can have magnificent views on the Mediterranean Sea. The lighthouse lighting has been modernized over past years. First, they started with paraffin, later they switched to oil, and only in 1929 it has been electrified.
Peñiscola's Bufador is a tunnel naturally excavated in the rock by the erosion of the waves over the years that connects the old town with the Mediterranean Sea.
So it's said that when the waves come in and out through the tunnel, they produce a snorting noise. But I don't hear anything, do you? Like a snorting sound?
Peñiscola Castle or Papa Luna Castle is the postcard of Peñiscola. This impressive fortress was built by order of the Knights Templar in the 13th century. It was also the papal seat of Benedict XIII, as well as the residence and later refuge of Pope Luna when he was excommunicated for refusing to renounce the papacy.
So we had this exact place as our desktop wallpaper for 6 months before we came to Spain, and finally we're here! In the beginning of this video, I told you that Peñiscola is famous for its film locations, specifically Game of Thrones. What did you think? I would not show it to you? Of course I would. For example, this place, Artillery Park.
As a clever man once told me, we make peace with our enemies, not our friends.
I don't make peace with the Queen's enemies. I kill the Queen's enemies.
Yes, that's the military approach. How has that worked here in Marine? I represent the diplomatic approach.
Our queen tried to make peace with the masters, and they tried to murder her.
We enter these negotiations with open eyes. Trust me, my own recent experience with slavery has taught me the horrors of that institution.
How many days were you a slave?
Long enough to know.
Not long enough to understand.
The other film location, Calle Mayor.
We'll be fine. We're dressed like common merchants.
You walk like a rich person.
You've spent a lot of time studying the way rich people walk.
You walk as though the paving stones were your personal property.
Before having lunch, we decided to have a swim.
I like this beach much more than the previous one, than Playa Norte, because it's quieter. There are not so many tourists here, probably only locals go here. It is very shallow, so you need to walk for a while until you get the depth. But it's quiet, no waves, clean, and also beautiful view, and beautiful view on the medieval part of the city as well. So I prefer this beach.
We didn't have much time left before our train, and our way to the restaurant we again stumbled upon a crowd celebrating the festival. For lunch we ordered black paella with squid ink and a mixed one that has both seafood and meat.
That's it. In 1 hour we have our train back to Valencia. It was a great time that we had in Peñiscola. I highly recommend to visit this city. I feel like 2 days wasn't enough, really. So if you have opportunity, stay at least 3 days here. There are lots of things to do, a lot of things you can explore close to Peñiscola. So if you can, come here for at least 3 days. Don't forget to leave a comment and thumbs up to this video, and as always, I see you next week. Hasta pronto!